This fall, the ultimate Pokemon showdown is here. Are you ready?
Only Burger King has limited edition gold-plated trading cards from Pokemon, the first movie. $1.99 each with every tasty Burger King Big Kids meal you buy.
Dang it. So I bought some stuff. I'm going to do something that I've been trying to do for a long time. I've been trying to learn more about making molds. So I bought some of this stuff, which is this is all just Amazon stuff. I think all this cost me $100 or so. This is silicone rubber for mold making. Bought that, and I bought a two-part epoxy resin, and I bought some coloring to put in the resin so that we can color it. Now normally I would use like acrylic paint, something along those lines, but this stuff here is glow-in-the-dark. This is a glow-in-the-dark pigment, which I thought would be kind of cool. And I actually bought some of this mica powder. This has 16 colors, and the mica powder kind of gives this really cool, obviously chameleon look, and I think it'll be pretty rad for the idea that I have planned for this. Well, I was originally going to make my own thing, whatever that thing is, but I realized the clay that I have right now is only polymer clay. It's not very good polymer clay, so it's a little too soft and a little too sticky to really make anything useful out of right now. And I'm not going to go to the store and buy more. So this is just a test. This is me playing with this stuff to see how well I can do it, if I can do it, make the mistakes. So if I did make something and I broke it or it didn't go well, it's no big deal. If you grew up in the 90s, you know what this is. Okay, this is from the late 90s, if not early 2000s, Pokeball. And this specifically was designed to hold one of these. This is a 23 karat gold plated Pokemon card. There were 6 of them, 6 different cards you could get, and this is one of them, and you can see all 6 of them there, just like that. Isn't that fun? Pretty cool. You would think these are worth a lot of money. They're actually not. You can buy these on eBay pretty readily. But what I do like about them, I do have all 6, by the way. I was actually gifted all 6 for Christmas one year. I was a very happy young boy. So there it is outside the acrylic, and then neat. It's got some writing on the back, which is pretty neat. Little Charizard flying there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a mold of this and see how well it comes out. Now, obviously I'm not going to sell these things. These are Pokemon items. I'm not going to recreate something that somebody's spent a lot of time on and sell them. So I, in theory, if I succeed at this, I will end up having copies of these in really cool colors. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to send them to you guys. Make sure you like and subscribe this video. And at the bottom of this video, post a comment. Tell me what you think of this project. Tell me what you think we should maybe do in the future. Hell, what's your favorite Pokemon? I really don't care. Post something at the bottom of this page, like and subscribe, and I will pick random viewers to receive one of these rare items in the mail. I have the Charizard. There's Charizard right there. Pretty fun. There's a little Jigglypuff, if you remember Jigglypuff. There's Mewtwo right there. That one's pretty cool. It's got the little gene sequence things all around him. But there's Togepi, front and back. Poliwhirl. Yeah, Poliwhirl. I was gonna say Poliwag, but I think it's different. Poliwhirl. And then last but not least, number 6. We had to leave number 6 for the greatest Pokemon of all time, which is Pikachu. Of course, can't have anything Pokemon related without Pikachu. So it's Pikachu right there. Alright, got them all cleaned up. kinda enough. Okay, so I think I'm gonna use, I have these like little deli cups that I use for leftovers. Now if I'm gonna do this right, I think, you know, I either have to stand them upright inside of something so that it goes around it, obviously, or I do it flat and then do 2 pours. So I'll do a pour on the top, and then when that's complete, then I'll flip it over and do another pour on the other side. Do something kind of like this. BBDINO, factory direct, non-toxic, true odorless, which is kind of nice. 1:1 ratio, self-degassing. Aren't we all a little self-degassing? So this is a mold release that I've used in the past. All right. So I think I'm just gonna give it a quick little spray. Probably should do this in the kitchen. All right, that'll probably be good enough. Let's do one more hit. Oh gosh, okay. If it gets on the ground, I'm gonna fall on my ass. It says, open me. Have a nice day. Try not to touch resin, try not to touch toxic chemicals. You can help it. It comes out fast, doesn't it? This one pours a little better, so let's do that. Now this first batch probably won't even go because these cups that I'm using are kind of big. That's okay. So what I'm going to do next, go over the top with just a little bit of fire, just like you would with resin. This will help pull out any kind of bubbles that are coming to the surface and kind of keep it as looks like Jello. I made Jello. Sorry, I have a better angle on this. Pretty much the top of this off. Just like that. Go. There we go. There we go. We have 2 molds, so we're gonna have to identify which one's which. So, and I got this little brush that I think will help get it all in there. Okay, there we go. There's some powder. It's a bummer they don't have the color on the top, because now you literally have to go through each one. Spicy cocktail, that sounds good about it now. Magnolia sunset, chocolate plum. Let's see here. So we got Pikachu, we got Charizard, and then Togepi. So Pikachu, I want to try and do like a yellowish. I'm thinking. You can kind of tell they kind of change color. So let's try that first, without making a complete mess. Ah! I know you don't need a lot of this. Tight in here. So let's do Charizard. Kind of a pink almost. Just put a little bit of purple in there, just to get a little spice. That is a good Jigglypuff color right there. More of a peachy tone, just to give it a little bit of a change. I was kind of hoping to have more of a, I guess, more option for how it's going to look, but obviously I'm not doing them from the front, I'm doing them from the top, so I don't really get much option. It's okay. This is Mewtwo here, so let's do this purple from Mewtwo. So this one's kind of similar, but it's a pretty one. Polywog, I think just a good blue, I think is going to be fine. I don't know if we go too crazy with Poliwhirl, excuse me. So you can see I made a bit of a mess on these, but I think it looks okay. I'll be able to kind of slowly drip the right colors into these. And luckily I won't need a lot. We'll go get these in the box and get ready for resin. To make sure that it's more straight, so I'm going to do that. So this comes with a bunch of different colors. Lemon yellow, golden. So I think with Pikachu we'll do golden. Charizard will do maybe a mix of these two. That'd be kind of cool. much of this we need. Charizard. Just a dash of this in there. This one just says sky blue, so it's gonna be a super light blue. Let them sit right there. Wait and see what has to say in the morning. Okay, it's been about 36 hours, maybe, give or take, and these cure after 24 hours. So they're well cured and ready to pull out. So this is Jigglypuff. It's not, the molds did not come out that well, but they came out okay. So let me pull these out and then we'll get you a better look at them. There's Mewtwo. Mewtwo came out pretty good. Again, there's an imperfection at the top of this one, bummer. There's a deviation on the top of this one, on the actual mold itself. Bummer. This is Poliwhirl. Poliwhirl came out okay. Again, there's some deviations and imperfections on it. This should be Pikachu, I think. Yeah, it looks like the tops really didn't work well, and it might be because when I put the resin in, it shifted downwards as it cured, and I thought I was filling it up. Obviously it didn't, because the tops never fully formed. This is going to be the Charizard. Yeah, same story with the top on this one. A couple of imperfections. All right. And last but not least, we got Togepi. Oh, and Togepi ended up having a massive deviation too. Weird. I don't know if that's a bubble. Yeah, that's a bubble. So let's take a closer look at these. So there's Poliwhirl. And I think the mica powder worked pretty well for the most part. I don't think that was a failure. But you can see right here, top of that one was, this one didn't come out too bad compared to the others, because this one actually has the full top, which is kind of nice. But it did the lettering real well. This one was a failure for sure. I think it was the mold making that made this one kind of a, it's like again right here, the top right. And then this one has this goofy little bump right here, this little bubble. Not really sure where that, I don't know how that happened. Maybe it happened because I left the extra rubber around it when I poured the second pour. So I'm wondering if maybe that lifted and then a bubble got underneath it. I don't know. Here's Mewtwo. I think Mewtwo came out pretty cool, again, minus the little imperfections. You can see this one's actually hollow at the top altogether. There's literally nothing at the top. And then this is the little deviation that was actually on the mold itself, so I could have worked better on the molds apparently, because a lot of this is mold process. And some of the mica powder is coming off on me. So I don't know if this needs to be cured somehow. Here's Charizard. Again, the top is not 100% filled. And then there's little bubbles here at the top right. The bottom came out really well. Makes me wonder if I should try this again, but just do maybe the front and don't do the back. The back is cool and everything, but I feel like the front is kind of the fun part of this. But and then here is Jigglypuff. Jigglypuff again came out good at the top, but it didn't fill again. Wonder if so I'm getting some of that mica powder on me. I'm wondering if maybe I should go over this with a sealant. And last but not least, there's Pikachu. Pikachu came out very gold. This one's got this kind of goldy sheen to it. There's experiment number 1, I guess we can call it. I don't think it was a failure, but they're pretty neat. They're hard, you know. But I will do a few more molds and see what I can do. So here they are. Real test is to see if they glow in the dark. Okay, so the darkest place in my house is my bathroom. So they kind of glow a little bit. You can see a little bit. Nope. Okay, so I made these. They're kind of a mess, but I think they'll be cooler on the other side. And then this one, I'm going to do some individual colors, some actual resin color in the animals, in the Pokemon, and then around I'm going to do a different color. I'm going to do my best. We'll see. So right now I've kind of made this little concoction of white, and then I added some of the mica powder as well as some of the glow-in-the-dark pigment. So I'm going to mix this up, put it into these, and I'll mix up some different stuff for those. So let's see how this looks. Looks like unicorn snot. I wanted to go over real quick, so I think I'm done making them for now. So I did multiple batches, thinking maybe if I try this, maybe if I try that, maybe if I do it this way it'll look better, so on and so forth. So I kind of went down the line, and I think I'm about drained at this point. So, but I actually got quite a few of these out of those two little resin containers, and I still think there's at least a quarter left in each one. So for the most part, I made actually quite a few of these. Bring this a little closer here. I don't know why it's so far away. So this was the first set that I did, and the color shift, I don't know if the color shift really worked all that well on these. And these have the fronts and the backs with this. And the colors themselves are pretty neat. And then I did some other experiments with just coloring in certain areas, because what I did was I made these, which had just the tops. So these were those, and as you can tell, there's no backs on these. These are just straight kind of resin pores. So there's those, which I thought looked kind of cool. And again, they have nothing on the back except for some remnants. And then these were the other two that I did with the same idea. I just did a lighter backing on them, which I think actually looks cooler, because then you can actually see the character on the back too. But you can see how it's clear. And then that's the front. So these ones came out pretty cool. I think the color shift works a little bit better on these because I put two different colors in there. And then I did a couple other random ones. I did like these ones. I had some extra resin when I was pouring, so I ended up pouring some additional resin ones. And these ones do have the front and the back because I used the upright molds. So this one's Charizard, and then this one's Togepi. I had these really, really light ones, and these were kind of the same idea. This is Charizard and a Togepi again. just for curiosity, I went ahead and primed and spray painted one that didn't come out. So this was a Pikachu that only half poured, but you can kind of see how much more gold it looks. Here's the actual one. So there's the real one, and there's the gold. So obviously it's not as silvery or as glossy, but so that's the only gold one that I spray painted. But these might be a good candidate for that because they didn't really come out that well. But I don't know, maybe not. Maybe it's not worth my time. And then I did another of the upright pours with the fronts and backs in this kind of coppery color, and this was also from the mica powder pours. So these were kind of copper in color, and I did a whole set of those. I think they kind of gloss out, kind of fun. And then I think the last but not least, these ones were the color specific ones. So like that was the Pikachu that I did, which I think came out kind of fun because I got to obviously pick and choose. This one's only the front. Mewtwo, which kind of came out kind of fun. The color blended quite a bit, and I think I used the wrong color on him. But I did like this fun blue color in the back. You can kind of see it like that. This was a good experiment to see how well this process works. And I think now that I've learned a few things and learned from my mistakes, I can make better molds in the future. So I would encourage all of you that if you haven't done this before, go do it and learn from your mistakes and enjoy it. And maybe you'll have more luck than me. Charizard. Like and subscribe and post a comment, and I'll PM you. And if you want one of these, just as a fun thing to have, I will send it to you. In all the glorious failure, I have 23 altogether. I will pick the first 23 of you that would want one, and I'll stick them in the mail for you. They're nothing fancy. Maybe you want one anyways. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you learned something. If you didn't, then go watch a different video. I don't care. I'm just kidding. I'm not that mean. You gotta catch them all. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend and a wonderful fall. And stay creative, travel, call your family, hang out with your friends, and eat good food.